Hey folks, this is Jeff from Wickedoil, your local Amsoil dealer in Madison, Tennessee. It is Christmas Eve 2024. I just finished my first project on my carbide 3D, a Shapoko 5 Pro 4x4. This thing had a camera on the other side. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, my baby. Just put a little pull out. It's not a drawer, but might as well be to hold this computer so I'm not fumbling with it up on the deck when I'm using this thing. A couple initial thoughts. I've only had this thing. Well, I've had this thing for almost 2 weeks. It took me, not 2 weeks, week and a half. It took me a week working a little bit each evening to put it together because, it's my first time and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I guess what I'd like to say is that wish I had one of my little dills here, just handy. I should have done that before I started the video, but anyway, my first project. Anyway, now if you've used a CNC for more than probably one day, I want to say 5 minutes, but let's say a day, it becomes blatantly apparent that there is workflow that you have to adhere to. Because if you don't, you end up doing something and then you have to redo it 3 steps later because you didn't realize that something else had to come first. So the idea is that we get a workflow in place that we follow each time we do a project. And when I say do the project, I'm saying when we actually load the file into the machine and get it ready for it to execute the whatever we created in the computer. Something that I'd like to share is I built this table that the CNC is sitting on, and it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty beefy. And I made it. I did a nice job of setting it up, and I just put a 4-foot level on it a little earlier because the project that I did, I cut out yesterday. On one side, it didn't quite cut all the way through, and that was paper thin. And I mean, I could do it with I could cut it out with a fingernail. But the other side, it cut out everything nice. And I thought, now, why is it doing that if I've got everything, all the corners lined up? And I'd like to interject something here real quick. Shapoko says that if this thing is an inch out of square, the machine can handle that up to, they say 25 millimeters, which is a half a hair short of an inch, because an inch is 25.4 millimeters. So I can't imagine having it that far out. I mean, when I had it at a 1/4 inch out, I was like going, dude, I kept messing with it, and then I'd go too much one way or the other. But I got it it's pretty damn close. It's within an 1/8 inch of being dead on square. Then I was worried about this. I threw my 4-foot level across there, and everything's level just like I set it up. And I could fit a feeler gauge under a couple of the consumables, the what do you call these? The spoiler boards, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it made me realize if you're going to do really precise work, you're going to have to deck the boards, meaning you're going to have to buy the McFly cutter or something similar, and then you're going to have to run a routine that gets everything flat, dead flat. And here's the deal. If there is a little bit of anything, now we don't want that. We don't want this. We don't want any of that. We don't want any kind of out of place. But if there's a cunt hair, as they say, out, when you deck it, you're going to be decking it with this gantry, with this router or VFD, as I have a spindle on mine. And it's going to flatten it in relative to your gantry and your heights and everything else. So according to that, you're going to have a flat deck. Okay? Then, when that's done doing that, you should have a flat surface. Now, if it's more than just a hair out, that's going to be a problem. So get that straight. The flatter you have the machine before you do any kind of adjustments like that, decking it or anything, the better results you're going to get. So if you don't want to end up with a deck that has a little bit of whoop-de-doo, which is bad if you do, make sure you get it as level as you possibly can. Okay? I'm talking if you can get it within a 1/16 of an inch of being dead flat, do it. Okay? Use good quality wood or whatever supports right where the Y, yeah, those are the Y rails, I believe, left and right. Anyway, I'm still working. I'm still getting that stuff down pat. Anyway, keep it flat, keep it nice, and when you do stuff, like the board that I put in there yesterday had just ever so lightly kind of a bow to it. So when I put it on the deck, I put it down with the bow down. Okay, so it's like a dish. And then when I clamped it, it pulled it flat. Okay, now it wasn't very much, but there was enough to where, if you look down at it, you could see it. It was just real slight. And if we're trying to do stuff precise, that's a problem. So the flatter the wood, that's one of those deals where it'd be good to just run it through the damn planer. Get the top flat, give yourself a flat, and then flip it over, and then get the other side flat relative to the side you just cut. The flatter your work is, the better results you're going to get. And I don't even need to read a book or learn anything from anybody else to know that's true. So, with that said, I just want to say, if you've bought one of these, hallelujah, take the time and read the manual. And watch the videos multiple times. Don't be impatient, okay? Taking your time and learning how to use this machine is going to pay big dividends for you, okay? So don't let anybody distract you or pull you away from it, and don't take shortcuts, okay? Put your time in. Learn to use the machine, okay? It's like driving your car. If all of a sudden you have to put the brakes on, do you go, oh yeah, it's that pedal right there? No, you've learned to do it to where your foot just goes to the brake. You know how hard to push, you know how sharp to hit it, and everything else. Well, that's what you need to do here. You need to learn how to use this machine and be fluent with it. When you meld with this machine, you'll get the results that you're looking for. And if you don't have a creative mind that you can make stuff up, then get ideas from the internet. Download pictures and assign your tool paths to it so you can get the results, and practice on something like MDF or something like that before you put it to the quality wood or plastic or whatever it is you're using. So anyway, that's my spiel for today. I've got about $5,500 wrapped up in this machine right now, and I have a feeling before I get done I'll have another $1,000 wrapped up in it easily. So the last thing I'd like to say at this segment is, when you buy one, if you're going to buy one new, or I don't even want to qualify that. If you're going to buy one, get the one you want. don't get what you'll settle for. Don't buy some lesser brand or something and you go, oh, well, I'll buy another one later on. Screw that. Okay? If you're going to buy one and you don't have the means to do it right now, then either get some financing to do it, or save up your money, or sell something, or do something. But when you get it, figure out the one that has the minimum specs that you have to have in order to accomplish the things that you want, and then buy that one. Okay? The last thing you want to do is spend $2,500 and go, oh, I should have got this one, or I should have got that one, or I should have bought this other thing, or whatever, and then now it's another big expense, which you can't afford until you pay this thing off, or whatever, okay? Just get the one that you want. That's why I got the Shapoko 5 Pro, and I got the 65 millimeter spindle on it, and I got all the little accessories. I bought the Bit Zero, which this thing is very cool, very cool. Okay. I just ordered the Pro Sweepy thing that works. Apparently you need that to do a good job of sweeping when you have a spindle, because it doesn't reach down far enough, which I figured out. Went to looking for a solution. I go, oh, wish they would have just said, hey, since you're buying a spindle, it'd be good if you had one of these and one of those other things, because I could have made that part of the initial purchase. You know, but whatever, it is what it is. But get the one that you want, okay? Don't shortchange yourself. You don't have to have the latest, greatest, super duper, but make sure you get the one that has the specs that's going to serve your purpose for what you're wanting to do, and have an idea of what it is you want to do. Don't just buy one and go, oh, well, I just got to have a CNC, okay? Do some research. And when you get your new toy, read the instructions. Go through the training videos that they have. Put the time in. You're worth it. It's worth it. And the results that you're wanting to get are going to come by learning to be fluent with your machine. Anyway, have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for being a part of this family, this club, this group. Thank you for welcoming me in. And have a wonderful day, and I hope that we can all share a lot of information and bless each other by helping each other to work through these inherent problems that we're going to run into. So anyway, Merry Christmas. See ya.